SPECS is an FP7 project funded through the EU, addressing the new risks introduced by transitioning traditional IT services to a cloud service provider. Many tools and policy strategies exist to protect data and applications from threats, but there remains a need to provide guarantees about the enforcement of these mechanisms. Service level agreements provide such guarantees to a customer that the provider will apply security mechanisms to protect the customer's assets in the cloud. SPECS handles the negotiation of SLAs via web portal and provides a service to broker and subsequently enforce and monitor services according to the SLA. The following video demonstrates SPECS as an end user selects the capabilities of a storage service using EMC ViPR technology. The SPECS demo application is accessible through a web browser. In this demo we'll be testing SPECS with EMC's ViPR application used for provisioning cloud storage resources. To begin, just click through to start negotiation. The first screen you are presented with describes the process of the wizard for negotiating the security level of services. In the service selection page, all services that are available through SPECS will be listed for selection here. For this demo, only the secure storage through EMC ViPR service is available. Next, the end user is presented with the set of available security capabilities. So we have here the SPECS security storage capabilities, the ViPR performance capabilities, and the ViPR availability capabilities. Selecting each of these will present the end user with the capabilities available in each category. Each of these are mapped to the CSA Cloud Control Matrix so that SPECS provides a standardized set of security metrics. For each that an end user wishes to enforce, they select the checkbox and the importance. So here, if the equipment location for required resources is critical, the importance weight can be set to high. Based on these weights, SPECS can make decisions about what services to make available to the end user. Under the ViPR performance capabilities, again, the end user selects the ones they want and set the importance weight for each. Capabilities not required are left unchecked. Finally, under availability's capabilities, the end user can also select the ones they want. The next stage in the process is to define the specific SLO requirements for each of the previously selected capabilities. First, we have the data geolocation capability where the end user can specify the region in which their storage must reside. Region mappings according to ISO 3661-2 are used so that SPECS conforms to a standardized model. Under the performance capabilities, we have the provisioning type, protocols, minimum and maximum SAN multipath. Values for all of these can be set by the end user. Under availability capabilities, you then have options like RAID levels. Here in our configuration, you have RAID 1 and RAID 5 available. So here the default value is RAID 5, but the end user can change this to RAID 1, or they can have both options available. You also have multi-volume consistency, high availability type, max snapshots, max native continuous copy, and HA max mirrors. Now that all the capabilities have been selected and defined, the end user is presented with an overview of their choices. Beneath this user-friendly list is the complete WSAG formatted SLA that is used to guarantee the security and availability level of the acquired services. This can be downloaded for archiving purposes or submitted. The end user is then presented with an SLA to sign, and they can then implement that SLA. So, on the final step of the process, you can observe the previously implemented SLAs, and you can see at the bottom the SLA that we've just implemented. It will take a moment for the implementation to start, at which point you can refresh the page, and now you can see that the SLA implementation is ready. Here we have in ViPR the allocated storage brokered through SPECS. The options selected in the SPECS web portal are reflected here. The system used for this demonstration was the EMC VMAX. As you can see, RAID 1 and RAID 5 are selected as required by the SLA. Other settings such as the minimum and maximum SAN paths are also set according to the SLA. Now that the storage service has been negotiated and brokered via SPECS, The enforcement and monitoring of that service can be handled automatically by Specs to ensure that the services are running according to the SLA. ViPR was selected for the purposes of this demo. However, Specs is platform agnostic and can be integrated with other compute and storage services such as AWS, Copperhead, and OpenStack.